Activities in the Nigerian debt capital market received a boost with the inaugural listing of the $1 billion federal government of Nigeria sovereign Eurobond in the FMDQ OTC Exchange. This marked a new dawn for the Nigerian capital market in terms of strategic partnerships with the federal government to support its development. It was attended by key financial and capital market stakeholders in the country.
As you know, Nigeria has been to the international capital market to raise Eurobonds 2 times before, 2011, 2013. And this time, the bonds have been listed at the London Stock Exchange. But in the spirit of change, positive upward movement, we thought it was time to also list the Eurobond issued by Nigeria on the local exchanges. And this morning, we are doing that by coming to list it on the FMDQ OTC. For us, this is important because it means we are making sure we are not necessarily creating value in terms of raising resources for government to fund development projects. We are also making sure we are creating financial inclusiveness. We are making sure we are democratizing public debt activities. We are making sure we are also taking advantage of globalization so that instead of just being at the receiving end, we become active participants just from our own locality. Therefore, for us in the DMO, today is a very important day as we continue in the process of making sure that whatever we do, we, as much as possible, make it to touch the ordinary people on the street, to touch the generality of Nigerians as much as possible.
Highlights of the event was the formal signing and listing ceremony for the Nigerian sovereign FX-denominated bond in the presence of market stakeholders. Officials of Stanbic IBTC Bank financial advisors for the listing, the Debt Management Office, Securities and Exchange Commission and the FMDQ all speak on the significance of the Eurobond listing to the FMDQ OTC Exchange, the Nigerian capital markets, and the economy in general.
Obviously, the more instruments you have listed on the market, the better it is for the market. It improves the depth of the market and it adds to liquidity in the market as well. This also being the first Eurobond listing, it will open the way for others to follow. So it's always an important first step, and we are very pleased that the DMO took this step. First of all, demonstrating confidence that the DMO has in the market, but more importantly, in setting the tone and paving the way for corporates to follow suit. So this is extremely significant, and Stanbic IBTC, we are proud to have helped to support this and to have worked with the DMO to make it happen.
Even though we have issued a Eurobond in 2011 and another one in 2013, these were listed on the London Stock Exchange and they're not being traded on the floors in Nigeria, on the trading floors in Nigeria. So what we have done now is to say this bond we have issued, the Eurobond we have issued in dollars, should also be listed on the floor of the FMDQ OTC, which is what we have just done today. And yesterday we also listed it on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. What it means that just as Nigerian individuals and companies buy and sell the Naira-denominated FGM bond in the domestic market, now they have an opportunity to buy and sell the Eurobond, just making use of the local stock exchanges. They don't need, if a Nigerian wants to, remember once any country issues a bond and you get your money and you are now owing those who invested so that you pay them back when it matures, let's say after 15 years, as in this case. Meanwhile, the original people who bought the bonds and gave you money, they are free to sell the instrument and make profit in the market or for another reason. And there are also people who are willing to buy it, the one that somebody is already holding. It's a business in itself. So it's that business we have made available to Nigerians now. So Nigerians can also participate in that business of buying and trading, buying and selling Eurobonds. That's what we have done. We have created opportunity, opened access
for Nigerians to also participate in the secondary market of the Eurobond, which is expanding the scope of the Nigerian economy.
I think it's a very, very positive development. It is deepening the market. It is bringing in new threshold in the market. And I believe that the fact that the Eurobond had over a subscription of over 8 times its original value is an indication that the international financial system has a great deal of confidence in the Nigerian economy. There is no better indices to prove that than what has happened with respect to this issuance. And therefore, I believe that this is a development that should make Nigeria to be happy and Nigerians to know that their economy has the confidence of the international community.
For FMDQ as an exchange, what we'll do is try to create that platform to ensure that these Eurobonds get the right visibility, the right transparency, as much information as possible, so that investors, at least especially the local market, would know about this and be curious about it and actually even want to invest. What we are also doing on FMDQ's part is to ensure the operational efficiency of it. So we're working very closely with Euroclear to pretty much address the straight-through processing of it. So when you invest in Eurobond here or trade it, it can automatically be settled, through the partnership and through the arrangement we're going to have with Euroclear.
The work has only just started because now we need to give market efficiency to the secondary market and to also give the visibility for Nigerian corporates to take a cue from what the DMO has done, for the Nigerian capital market itself to start seeing the opportunities of corporates floating debt securities denominated in dollars and seeing that the investors come from outside Nigeria and Nigeria to invest in such paper. So if this could happen in Europe, equally it can happen in Africa. And we've nicknamed that in the market the Afro-dollar market. So you have the Euro-dollar market, and we're saying, why not the Afro-dollar market, where securities can be raised in South Africa, and the flows come from Africans, or they'll come from outside. When it comes to debt, it's actually a global market. I can bet that some people in Tokyo, the market will be over today, traded the Nigerian bond, the Eurobond, which is listed on London Stock Exchange. So debt is an interesting product. It's global in nature, and flows will go to economies that present themselves as very good destination of capital. So the corporate must be ready to go through the governance expected, because the investors are not in your country. So the only way they can know about your activities will be your disclosures. So we've only just started, and with the support of the Securities and Exchange Commission, we believe that we can add value to the Nigerian debt capital market by encouraging our corporates to float commercial papers. There's a long yield curve, to float commercial papers, to look into short-term bonds, to look into medium-term bonds, to look at long-dated bonds. Whether you're public or private, you should be able to participate and issue paper. And there are pressures from the international market that will push a lot of us, and these are regulatory issues, that will push a lot of corporates in Nigeria to the debt capital market.
A major takeaway from the Eurobond listing is that the goal of attracting the foreign-denominated listings to the Nigerian capital market is coming to fruition, and this will boost the depth and liquidity of the market.